I decided to give Fortnite another chance by documenting my first 100 games of Chapter 4 Season 2. I come back to Fortnite every now and then when there's a big event. However, I never stay long. I haven't even finished a battle pass since early Chapter 2. But with an Attack on Titan collab in Fortnite, I had to come back. And this time, I'm committed. And I don't know, maybe someone's compelling me to do all of this. Nonetheless, let's get right into it. And one of my goals during these first 10 games is to unlock the map completely. And I have some work to do, especially on my aim. But hey, an elimination is an elimination in my book. Who cares how I get my first one? On top of that, the very first thing I notice when dropping and playing is how spectacular Fortnite looks now compared to the last time I played. I have no clue how Epic Games does it, but they always figure out a way to improve the graphics. I also plan on doing my first 50 games with no build and then playing at least 10 build games just to see if I will continue with it. But I have to say, I really wish I could have boxed up here after getting blindsided. During game 2, my inner weeb experienced a moment of pure bliss once I found an Attack on Titan collab weapon. So of course I had to use it on someone instantly. Man, I really love this thing. I don't know how a fan of Attack on Titan wouldn't enjoy swinging down from above just to destroy somebody. Huh, how about that? I guess truckers are people of culture too. And with that, I have no choice. I hereby decree Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2 a weeb's paradise. And we were able to make it to endgame with 7 eliminations, which moments like these is what I love about Battle Royale, where the prize and glory is so close, therefore making the stakes so much more enjoyable and higher. Even though I got eliminated here, I wanted to experience this sensation more by any means necessary, which is where I fell into the trap that I hope other people who are coming to Fortnite don't fall into as well. I was being too passive. I was avoiding fights just to make it to endgame with only 1 or 2 eliminations. I'm not hating on people who do this, but if you're coming back to Fortnite, it can hurt you like it did me these next few games. I was in such a rush to get my first win that I will only have a few eliminations here and there. I was limiting opportunities for me to learn what weapons I enjoyed the most. Loadouts fit me the best, and points of interest that were the most ideal. The only positive that I can think of was the fact that I was exploring the map more. But at the end of the day, what's the point of getting to the end game if I didn't have the skills or confidence to eliminate the last person head on? The idea of just hoping to third party when there's only 3 people left takes the control away from me and puts it into greater luck. And honestly, it was making the game less enjoyable too. Just waiting to the end to play the game made the beginning and middle of the match lame and uninteresting too, as well as frustrating at times if I get eliminated before endgame. I recommend taking as many smart fights as possible early on, which didn't happen until game 17. And when I say taking smart engagements, I'm not talking about just third party, but focus more on my positioning in relations to other players. The high ground still wins in BRs. And to be honest with you, it made the whole match more enjoyable, and I had more confidence and calmness in the endgame as well. However, during this 1v1, my ODM gear let me down and gave the other player an easy win. New Battle Pass page unlock means new skins, and I must say this is my favorite glider out of the whole Battle Pass, and possibly all of Fortnite. Nonetheless, I learned my lesson and decided to go with the kinetic blade over the ODM gear, and it was a blast. The mobility isn't as good, but absolutely destroying people with it is just as fun. Also, are you team Red Dot or Havoc Suppress? I think the Red Dot is better overall, but the Havoc Suppress has some nice moments up close. And look at that, we made it to endgame. It's too bad I got this elimination stolen from me, and I guess healing in broad daylight isn't a recipe for winning either. But I still enjoyed this round a lot. Game 19 started with someone trying to get the jump on me. All I have to say is nice try. I too know the ways of the bush. I also learned that you can hire NPCs to fight with you. That's kind of crazy to me. Fortnite basically made teaming legal. But I guess the trade-off is the fact that they missed the majority of their shots. I was able to chase down an ODM player with the kinetic blade, so maybe the mobility gap isn't that large. Even though NPCs miss a lot of their shots, all they need is one to confirm an elimination. Leave it to Fortnite to make a game within a game that unlocks another type of game. For peak's sakes, why do I keep picking the ODM gear over the kinetic blade? I swear I have learned nothing. I honestly couldn't find anyone till endgame, and sometimes it just be like that. This season's map is pretty big, but when I do find players, I make sure to come out on top. Most of the time. This was my fault though. I should have never brought an AR to a shotgun fight. Game 21 I found a player who basically dared me to keep shooting, and I did just that. Gotta learn to be unpredictable and zigzag, buddy. Okay, maybe I need to take that advice too. Game 22 I found myself in the end game, and I was taking names with me. Best believe you won't find a pacifist over here. Too bad the pulse rifle doesn't believe in peace either. And honestly, I thought I was going to win this shootout, but the pulse rifle just absolutely shredded my HP in seconds. The very next game I got third party. I guess we can call that karma. In game 24 it seems the pulse rifle keeps following me in every end game now. And honestly, I have no clue how to counter it. In game 25 I accidentally queued for duos. Even though the scoreline may say I was getting carry, it doesn't paint the whole picture. Ah yes, the pulse rifle is now in my possession. I have unlimited. That is also a little bit finite, but still. Not even my teammate being eliminated twice will stop my rampage. But I must say in a 2v1 it would have been nice to have them alive. But also, who needs teammate when you can just shred through people's HP with the pulse rifle? And with that, I got my first win of Chapter 4 Season 2. Ah yes, thank you. You all are just so kind. I just want to say I'm grateful to my mom, my subscribers, my baby mama. I couldn't have done it without any of you. And best believe there's more to come. Game 26, the random I queued up with wanted to run it back, so I had to oblige. We started things off pretty well, but getting split up was our downfall. I spent the rest of the match running to a reboot van, but another team beat me to it unfortunately. The next 3 games I decided to do the Eren Yeager quest, so I can finally experience what it means to be a protagonist. Due to shifting my focus, I wasn't getting a lot of eliminations nor wins, but game 30 I discovered one of the best NPCs to hire, Longshot. He has a sniper, but don't count on him on getting eliminations for you. Longshot is able to reveal whole locations as well as players, which is crazy strong in my opinion, mainly because he helped me wipe out other players. I also decided to hire Highcard and his lackeys by baiting another player into shooting them. Mischievous, I know, but well worth it. I wonder if someone could win a Fortnite match by only using NPCs. Video idea, anyone? Nonetheless, I was able to claim the pulse rifle and dish out some serious damage on the people who pushed me. I did make a mistake of crouching while firing it. It's just better to stand up straight and hip fire at this distance with the pulse rifle. Game 31, I was finally able to unlock Eren Yeager. Unfortunately, the skin doesn't come with an instruction manual on how to unlock plot armor. Can someone make a tutorial video on how to do that, please? The next game, I got the new lock-on pistol, but I have no clue how to use it at this time. I will in the future though. Nonetheless, I didn't need it. I think the plot armor for this skin builds up over use and time, which may explain how I was getting these eliminations. Unfortunately, I ran out of my protagonist powers during the endgame, which is the worst time for that to happen. In game 33, the better Eren beat me, which is why I missed so many. Oh no! What the hell? Eren Yeager. Maybe I'm the fraud. Nonetheless, I love using this slide augment. It conserves my stamina, and I'm able to still move fast. In general, I love the augment perk features in Fortnite. At times it can change your playstyle altogether, but I think I accidentally picked the one that makes my forehead 2 times bigger and be attracted to bullets. It's also cool how once you switch the ODM gear, Eren's skin slightly changes by removing the hood and the cape. It's a nice attention to detail by Epic Games. I'm sure Edna from The Incredibles appreciates this addition. All I have to say though is be careful when picking your augments, or else you might end up getting blindsided like me. I'm pretty sure footage for game 36 and 37 were eaten by Titan, and definitely not the fact that I forgot to record them. Honestly, for game 38 I decided to queue up with a buddy because I thought maybe plot armor only activates with the power of friendship, and it was working. But I forgot Attack on Titan isn't that type of anime.
Oh no.
Game 39 we decided to add one to our crew and run the potassium power lineup. And honestly, what's more intimidating than a trio of Peely variants just running it down, destroying everyone in our way? The lobby never stood a chance. Even though I got knocked down, the Banana Squad must carry on. Give me your hearts. Sadia, Sadia. The Banana Squad went wild. We were riding that victory high a bit too much and was pushing everything and everyone that came our way. And I know I said pushing fights is a good thing if you do it in a smart way. But the key word is smart, which is something that we lack this game. They call me Agent Peely for a reason.
Oh, thank God I'm still dead. Oh no, not from behind. Bro.
Oh.
You can't pretend like
you
it's
live
not
fast?
fucking insane.
What do you mean? You don't
Of course
believe
you
in
What do you
me?
mean?
Bro, I tapped out and I thought this guy was getting clapped.
Bro, he's holding a pizza in celebration.
Yeah, you never heard of the SpongeBob method? If you have a pizza, you have to deliver it. Never. Twice.
Oh snap, I'm dead.
Guys, I
We're
just brought
fighting.
you guys back.
Right there.
I'm not
Yeah.
rezzing you guys
Oh, wait,
here. There's
get the
fighting.
Maven, bro. Wait,
I'm not
there's
rezzing
there's
you
a
guys
Maven.
there.
You're...
There's a
What do you
Maven.
mean?
Okay, okay. Alright.
Hell yeah.
He's not rezzing us here?
Why? Okay. You
not
guys are
gonna
acting
start
like
that
the team
argument.
that isn't like a brick away. Oh my goodness.
You live there somewhere. Unless
I just should have listened to my gut. I should have just listened to my gut.
Why
think
didn't
it's
you
the
res
skins,
me,
bro.
bro?
I hate you
Skins
guys
are
so
amazing,
much.
bro. You should have stuck it, bro.
If you just res me faster, I mean...
Holy, this guy's aim is atrocious.
Game 41, I've been purposely avoiding using the combat shotgun until this point because I thought the Havoc pump was just far better, which might be the case, but in the right hands, any weapon can be dangerous. And I was just tearing people up with it. You just have to click heads. Too bad my kryptonite seems to be purple space alien cat stuff. The very next game, I went back to duos and paid the price of trying to take some leftover pizza with me. The next match, we went against some sharpshooters. I guess they weren't pescatarians. My teammate did his best, but 2v1s aren't the easiest thing to overcome. Here, I probably should have stayed on the high ground, but who knew that DMR was this strong at hip firing? GG's to them, I guess they just had the better gamer underwear on. In a lot of these games, you will see me pick the ODM gear, but in all honesty, the kinetic swords are better and more reliable. My inner weeb just wants to use the ODM gear before they get locked permanently. One of my favorite things to do is to attack with it and then quickly switch to my shotgun. It's unnecessary, but I gotta get those style points somehow. Looks like it's my teammate's turn to clean up my mistakes. Lucky for us, the last team was nearby and didn't think we will fight them in the zone. My teammate went down, so I had to avenge him. Too bad there was another person who had vengeance on their mind as well. Sasha thought footage of game 47 was a potato and ate it. I guess saying my aim is potato wasn't the right choice of words here. Now, it might look like I'm using the Joestar secret family technique to run away here, but I assure you that I'm not. I'm just charging at them backwards. Ha! You see? They failed into my trap. Man, talk about instant karma. Apparently, if you come to this spot near Anvil Square, you can try your hand at being an instigator champion by destroying either their slurp or slap juice barrels. Do with this information as you see fit. One of the worst things about getting third party is when you're only 11 HP away from winning both engagements. The beginning of game 50 was good, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And last time I checked, third place isn't first. And as promised, we're dropping in with building enabled. And I instantly regret everything. Oh my goodness. But I must be honest, build mode gives me a lot of anxiety. I should have been more mentally prepared for this part of the challenge. A lot of my builds are sporadic and misplaced, but somehow I was able to make it to endgame with them. I was a nervous wreck the whole time from this moment onwards. Being calm in high pressure situation is key in almost all PvP multiplayer games. Despite my heart beating out of my chest, I still had a chance to redeem myself. But these well-timed and placed walls got in my way, and poor positioning was my downfall. I would like to say I got better, but to be frank, build mode is a completely different beast. You definitely have to put in work because basic 90s don't do the trick anymore. Editing is so much more important now than the last time I played. Even though I'm considered a boomer in Fortnite since I'm over the age of 22, I think I can still get the hang of it. In another lifetime, of course. Some buddies invited me to play squads and they were adamant for 0 builds only, which was also rough at first, but after each game we got a little bit better. Also, I'm a man of my words and will finish those 3 build games. But first let me just clutch this and save my teammates real quick. I also learned in this game from Kyrie that using the swords to clear the gold in the vault is mad effective. Another point to the kinetic sword, I guess. Even though I was the last one standing at one point, my teammates went on an absolute tear by just destroying everyone in their path. And because of it, we were able to get a dub. Unlike this game, which we don't really need to talk about at all. However, in game 61, we were able to get my first squad win, which completes the fact that I got a win in 0 build solos, duos, trios, and squads. We decided to end this run on a high, so it's time to make up those 3 build mode games I skipped, which I quickly realized was a mistake. I have to get back into the lab and practice map building if I ever want to have a chance at lifting a crown in this mode. Alright, let's make a bet. If I ever win 2 0 build games back to back, I owe you 1 game with building enabled. And it looks like game 64 won't be helping me get into those build games. The endgame of match 65 only had 3 other people alive, but it felt like 20 with all that was going on during this time. Probably due to my poor positioning, which might explain how the storm finished me off here. It always takes 2 to tango, which is why for the next couple of games I decided to duo up with a partner. And besides, Fortnite's always more fun with friends anyways. It even makes losing feel a little bit worse. However though, at this point I must say I felt a lot more confident in taking fights. I was no longer the timid individual who will run away or have nervous breakdowns. I was just W-keying players I know I had the advantage, either through my aim or positioning. Which is how I found myself in the endgame where I had no choice but to finish what I started. In style, of course. The next couple of games though, I should have thought about slowing down. I blame the victory high I got from the previous drop for making me play not so wisely. Game 71 started out with my favorite NPC to hire, Longshot. He truly is the Robin to my Batman. I don't care what anyone has to say. Knowledge is power, and knowing where people are in a battle royale is unmatched. But I do have a quick question for y'all. Who third parties a third party? Good game, Luke. You were strong with the plot armor. Remember when I say NPCs miss most of their shots? Well, it looked like Longshot took that personally. I don't know how, but they were able to hit this person mid-flight while they were going Mach 3. Yo! Longshot took her out? Ain't no way. Mid-flight? Which is an impressive feat nonetheless. And as a weeb, I refuse to put bullets into any Mikasa skins. It just wouldn't feel right. As you can see from the scoreline, I'm the one doing the carrying now. This just shows you that anyone can get better at Fortnite with just enough playtime, a bit of knowledge around the meta, and determination. Even the endgame didn't faze me. And I'm not gonna lie though, I made a lot of mistakes here and my teammates went down. But I was finally able to activate my protagonist powers to secure the dub.
Let's go.
The very next game though, it was my teammates' turn to power up and help us win.
No, yes, I got fast too. Nice.
And as promised, after a back-to-back win, it's time to boot up Fortnite in build mode. Somehow I was able to convince my teammates into this, which I'm pretty sure they instantly had misgivings for. And you know what they say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So we went back to our bread and butter in 0 builds, which we ended up winning in dominating fashion. Unlike in game 78, you just can't beat Travis Scott when he goes sicko mode. We had no chance, really. Apparently Fortnite players can smell weakness and desperation, and being low in HP put me in that category. The aim was also immaculate with the ODM gear and the sword. Nonetheless, I was able to briefly outrun them and get back to full HP, thereby turning the tables in my favor. Woo! However, picking the wrong time to reload cost me the game, so always remember to reload after an engagement. My duo partner and I were split up, which is a phrase that is typically followed by an unfortunate event. Who would have thought that team play is important when booting up a team-based game mode in Fortnite? You can run, but I'll always find you. Like how I always find myself in a 2v1 situation. Good thing I have a teammate who can correct my mistakes.
If I don't get hit.
Remember, my friends, the high ground gives you 50% more luck on hitting your shots, but it won't guarantee you a win, like for this guy here.
Let's go.
In game 83, I learned the pains of ping diff. It's rough when you get eliminated by someone who isn't even facing your character model. RIP. No third party for you. And of course, the ODM gear failed me here. Oh, it was so close! 6 HP! He had 6 HP! Oh, the pain. But only being 6 HP away from winning this engagement just means that they had the better gamer socks on. I want to say game 85 was the pure definition of a battle royale. It was slow at first with some eliminations here and there, but once things started to heat up, it didn't stop. Looking back, we should have communicated on who to focus on, but I still had a blast taking 9 other players down with us. In game 86, we were no match for the power of potassium. Never stood a chance, to be honest. We started game 87 off pretty well by getting early and mid-round eliminations. But once our cover broke, we didn't rotate fast enough. Also, I gotta give props to this guy. He hit a nasty shot on me while I was moving. Oh, there was someone up there. That's crazy.
They sniped you?
Yeah, they got me. The very next game, we decided to hot drop, which wouldn't have been such a bad thing if it wasn't for the fact that we weren't allergic to playing as a team and sticking together, which was a similar issue in game 89 and 90. Game 91, I realized I should have never focused on getting protagonist plot armor. It was the dark side that had the real power. The red lightsaber gave me the power to run faster, double jump, block bullets, and force push. Tie in the fact that I have the mantling sap juice perk, it basically felt like I had unlimited power. And even after I foolishly pushed the team by myself, I still was able to come back. Oh yes, the dark side is what I was truly lacking. But it seems sicko mode is the power above all. I must have it at any cost. The next 2 games I decided to try out the light side of the force, which turns out to be the wrong side to pick in my opinion. Since this is 0 builds, you really have to be careful fighting in areas with no cover. It's a perfect recipe for third parties to take you down in seconds, like what happened to me here. One thing that I noticed but didn't mention was the fact that with all these movement options, people can escape a lot easier, which is where the smart pistol can help when tracking people down. However, if you don't have a smart pistol, you better hope your tracking skills are on point, unlike mine. I don't hate this part of Fortnite, it's just another aspect where I gotta get good at, but getting eliminated with only 4 HP being the difference is beyond painful. I know a lot of people want to compare Mega City to Tilted Towers, but I don't think that's fair for a number of reasons. One of which is the fact that some of the buildings are quite hollow, meaning that you can't completely explore them, as well as the fact that Mega City isn't as populated as Tilted Towers. People mainly just come here for the keycard, which does at times make things feel quite busy once you eliminate high card. The pulse rifle is without a doubt a game changer of a weapon, which is why Loot Island can be a hot drop, but sometimes you just gotta live to fight another day, or at a different point of interest in my case. It was a close fight, but at this range, the SMG just wins. Now the pulse rifle is mine. At mid to long ranges, it just shreds people. Too bad it doesn't have an anti-third party feature. I was winning this fight, but I learned the hard way that the third swing of a lightsaber does more than 150 damage. Crazy, I know. It's game 100, so I had to bust out my favorite glider of this season. Not even Goku and his plot armor can get in my way. However, I think I was lucky that he was using his sword instead of his fists though. And claiming Loot Island as my own meant the odds are in my favor for endgame, which I needed. The last 2 players were playing really well, hiding and waiting for someone to make the first move to overcommit. But patience is key when you're in a small circle like this. With victory so close and little to no cover, we all just rushed each other at the end. All it took was one pump shot to stand victorious over both of them, and thus capping my 100 games journey. Is how I would have liked it to end. In reality, this was game 105. My real 100th game started out very scary with several players trying to hire Longshot for themselves. And I can't blame them. Lucky for me though, this stormtrooper lived up to their legacy on the last shot, which left me with just 7 HP, which was followed by another close engagement. And in reality, I had a lot of close 50-50 wins go my way, but this good fortune came to an end sadly. Despite how this ended, I had a lot of fun in Fortnite, like how I forced this guy back to the main menu thanks to fall damage. I can definitely say Fortnite has came a long way with its updates and is very enjoyable again. I can see myself finishing this season's battle pass and possibly the next one too. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. But till next time, stay safe and I'll see you in the next one.